What is up, PTG? It's your boy Jeff, also known as PokePrimer, and we are back for Season 6 of PTG's Draft League. We are here for week number 1, and I'm going to be going over my team and presenting you the battle against Matthew and the Brooklyn Mantykes. He is a really solid battler. I've been seeing him play in NPBF's D-League, and he has put in a lot of work. In the past, he's a really solid player, for sure. Very fun to watch. I'm really looking forward to getting to face him here. So, you can see on the screen there, you see his team. He has the Kyurem Black, Tapu Fini, Scizor, Nidoking, Talonflame, Rotomo, Magneton, Inteleon, Haunter, Galar Lanoon, and Scrafty. So, of those mons, obviously, like, the thing that stands out the most is very clearly Kyurem, because looking at my team on paper, I don't particularly have great things to deal with Kyurem Black. My options for dealing with Kyurem Black are close to non-existent. I don't really have good switch-ins because it's obviously, like, now it has Physical Ice Stab, it has Dragon Dance. My mons do not appreciate it. And obviously, like, I do have some things that resist some moves, but then it has coverage in other moves. It's a pain. It's going to be a pain to deal with, for sure. But other things that could be annoying, potentially, the Tapu Fini creates its own issues, because it does help kind of protect the Kyurem, which doesn't need to use its Dragon Stab all the time. Especially now that it has that Ice Stab to deal with other dragons. But obviously, you know, it protects it from opposing Dragon Stab, which, in a format filled with Ubers, is going to be common. So, that's problematic. Other than that, like, thing like Nidoking hits my team really hard. I definitely expect to see Nidoking there. Would be shocked if it's not. Other than that, like, everything else is kind of, like, manageable. His D-Max being Scrafty is going to be a pain. Just, like, it's just going to be painful. It's going to be a pain to deal with. Scrafty is super strong and bulky, and so having the ability to not just, like, set up, but also Dynamax is going to be threatening. So I'm going to have to find ways to stall out his Dynamax turns as best as I can, and hopefully put myself in the best possible position to get past that thing, because, oh boy, is it going to be a problem. Best case scenario would be either trying to get a hit on it on a switch-in, or stall it out and hope that I can have something that can live a hit at the time that can OHKO it, or at least, like, finish it off from where it's at. Key thing too is going to be to avoid hitting it with any super effective attacks. That's the goal for sure. Definitely, very well, due to its bulk, could have weakness policy, and I do not want to trigger that in any way, shape, or form. I do not want a weakness policy Scrafty staring me down. That is more than terrifying enough as it is. So, let's quickly go over my guys. I'm going to try to make this fast, because we're supposed to battle, like, nowish. So, first off, we have Kung Pao, the Mienshao, Choice Scarf Regenerator, Close Combat, Rock Slide, Knockoff U-Turn, Max Attack. We have enough speed to outpace the Kyurem. I believe, looking at his team, the only things that are faster than Kyurem on his team are Linoon, which is not a Pokemon, Talonflame, which we have the Rock Slide for, and as long as we get a little bit of chip on it beforehand, which hopefully we do, we'll just OHKO it straight up, and he won't have his Gale Wings. And then the Inteleon, which is fairly frail, and I don't expect it to be too much of a threat, because we do have things to deal with it pretty effectively. So, yeah. Knockoff, obviously, the utility of getting rid of their items is going to be important. U-turn for momentum, close combat, is key. This thing is literally here because it outspeeds Kyurem, and with the Scarf it will still outspeed it if it gets a Dragon Dance up, and hopefully we've gotten enough chip damage on it to the point where close combat will finish it off, and we can just skirt our way around the Kyurem Black issue as easily and painlessly as possible. That's pretty much the goal with our Mienshao. Next up we have Cadogan, the Escavalier with the Assault Vest. Shell Armor, max HP, 60 defense, impish with 196 into SPDF. I believe 196 in SPDF was left over. I kind of just threw all of that in there because like max HP plus 60 impish, I believe. Oh god, I really need to record these like directly after I do them, like directly after I like build the team. I really need to start doing that because I don't remember what my calcs were for. I do believe that has to do with +1 Kyurem Black. I believe that prevents a 2 KO from +1 Kyurem Black. I do believe that that's the case. This is also like a secondary answer to Kyurem Black, clearly. It just kind of walls its stabs, and so its best move to hit us with is like Fusion Bolt. So it puts us in the best possible position to deal with it as well, as Cavalier is a strong boy. As long as he's not carrying Fire Punch on Scrafty, this thing does a decent job of dealing with Scrafty as well. Being Assault Vested allows us to also deal with things like Magneton, with Drill Run, Knock again, of course, because it's important. Overall, this mod just it hits his team incredibly hard, and it's going to be a very, very viable threat in this match. Next up, we have Steampunk the Volcanion with the Wakan Berry, Steam Eruption, Sludge Wave, Will-O-Wisp, Haze. It's kind of like a twofold situation. Really depends on like what mons I have left if Kyurem is set up, and what I deem is most useful at the time. But this thing kind of helps deal with a couple different mons. We have 52 speed with Timid. This allows us to outspeed an uninvested Tapu Fini, which I think it very well could be because it's bulk. And then I threw the rest into HP and defense so that we can best deal with Kyurem. Basically, we have Haze because Tapu Fini could be a Calm Mind set. Scizor could be like a bulky Swords Dance set. Kyurem Black could set up his Dragon Dance. A lot of mons have options to set up. This thing also should outspeed Scrafty potentially. I don't know if it outspeeds like a very speedy Scrafty, but I do know it outspeeds like a bulkier Scrafty, which I do believe it will be, due to it being a Dynamax mon. I believe it will have like a lot of bulk investment with setup. So I can, with the Haze, I can get rid of Dynamax boosts. I can get rid of the Dragon Dance boosts. I can get rid of the Calm Minds and stuff like that to better be able to deal with those mons. The Wakan Berry helps me against the Kyurem Black because I can take 1+1 Outrage, and also like with the Fusion Bolt, it allows me to take 1+1 Fusion Bolt as well. And then I could potentially either Haze or Will-O-Wisp it, depending on, again, the situation. I'll kind of evaluate as the match goes on and see how I'm feeling, what I feel is more valuable at the time. For attacking moves, I went with Steam Eruption and Sludge Wave. Nothing on his team really wants to switch into a Steam Eruption, aside from maybe Rotom. And even then, like, the burn isn't, like, appreciated. And it's not a mon that particularly wants to switch into Volcanion in general, because it doesn't want to potentially just switch in, get hit by the fire move, and die. So, Steam Eruption is a pretty safe click, and it'll even get chip on the Fini and allow us to hit it with a Sludge Wave after, so that could be very, very useful for us. Any chip damage on Fini we can get during the game is going to be very important. Next up, we have over easy the Togekiss with the Babiri Berry, Serene Grace ability, Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam, Flamethrower, and Roost. We have 140 speed with a Timid nature, we have 244 HP, and we have 124 into defense. What is that speed for? I need to pay attention to these things. I believe that it's actually for Scizor. I believe that is for Scizor. Actually run these calcs as I go, so I know for the battle in 5 seconds. Scizor. Offensive Sword Stance, level 50. Make him jolly. Yep. He maxes out at 128. I hit 129. So we're up a Berry, so we can even take a +2 Bullet Punch from Scizor, and we'll be able to KO it right back with a Flamethrower, which is very important. Air Slash, because I am not above being scummy. I'm never above being scummy. I will mash Air Slash if I have to. I will mash the button for Air Slash all day, every day. I will not hesitate. You better believe it. Roost for longevity, and then Dazzling Gleam. I specifically brought Gleam because I don't particularly expect to use it against Kyurem, but I do expect to have a chance to use it against Scrafty at some point. So hopefully that will take place. We shall see, for sure. But yeah, that's what's going on. Next up we have Nemean, our D-Max Luxray, Flame Orb Guts, of course, Facade, Wild Charge, Psychic Fangs, and Agility. Looking at his roster, once I get an Agility up, this allows me to outspeed... I believe this allows me to outspeed... Scarf something or something +1. Something at +1. Yes, this allows me to outspeed +1 Kyurem slash... this allows me to outspeed +1 Kyurem slash Haunter, which I believe is the most viable thing to outspeed at +1, because I don't particularly expect to see a Scarf Talonflame or a Scarf Inteleon, so Realist, or even a Scarf Galar Lanoon. So with this speed, if I get an Agility up, I should very easily outspeed the entirety of Matt's team. And with my Flame Orb up and the +2 speed, this thing in Dynamax especially will just wreck shop. It could very easily claim 2 kills while maxed easily. Possibly 3. The only thing that really presents an issue is the Magneton, because it does wall everything that we have on the set, but like that was something like when I was prepping, I couldn't really worry too much about Magneton. I don't know how likely Magneton is to show up. I do have a lot of things to deal with Magneton, or that Magneton doesn't really hit hard. Like, realistically, if I were to pick 6 off of his team, I think the top 4, KB, Finny, Scizor, and Nidoking, definitely show up, I think. I definitely see Scrafty coming, and then, like, the last one's pretty much a toss-up. I think maybe between, like, Rotom and Haunter, but more leaning towards Rotom, I think. No, I'm probably Haunter, actually, for Giratina. So he has, like, a strong Ghost Stab to hit Giratina. That could be... That pretty much feels like his 6. That's most likely in my mind. So we'll see what he brings, but if that's the 6 he brings, if I get an Agility up, that's game. This thing will run his whole squad down hard. And I hope that will happen, because I really, really do want to make D-Max Luxray go hard. Yeah, that's up for that. And then our last mon, of course, we're bringing it week 1. You have to. It's Cuddles, the Giratina Origin, obviously holding its Grisius Orb. Max Special Attack. We have enough speed to outpace Nidoking, base 85s and below on his team. That actually might be the speed for Rotom, actually. R-O-T-O-M. Could be wrong, but I don't remember. Double checking. That actually speed ties with Rotom. Too late to regen it, but that's fine, I don't care. Rotom's not much of a threat to Giratina anyway. Shadow Ball, Shadow Sneak, Aura Sphere, and Thunderbolt. Shadow Ball, aside from Lanoon and Scrafty, Shadow Ball does a good chunk to pretty much everything, and obviously the potential for Spit F drops is huge. We have Shadow Sneak because, just having that priority is incredibly important. Even though we're at minus attack, it doesn't matter. We're still incredibly strong. That'll be key for finishing off the Haunter or something along those lines, or if anything's like chip down low, we can deal with that. We have Aura Sphere to potentially catch Scrafty on switch in, or the Galar Lanoon, like if it shows up, we have that. And we also have Thunderbolt to hit the Feeny as well. So that's going to be the team. Let's go ahead and hop right into the battle. Alright, here we are for the battle. Let's let the battle begin, and let's get this party started. Let's see what he decided to bring. Let's see if I was right. Whoa, okay. So he does bring the KB, and he brings the Scrafty, of course. He brought the Scizor and the Finny, so I did predict his top 4 to come. That was correct. He brings the Galar Linoon over everything else. That's the only thing I didn't expect to show up. I'm not upset about it because it's not like Galar Linoon is like the most threatening thing in the universe. It's not like it like causes a lot of problems for my team or anything. Like it's very much like a problem that can be dealt with very easily. So let's just go ahead. I think I'm gonna lead. Nothing here really directly threatens my Escavalier aside from Nidoking. Should I want to do that? Let's go ahead and just lead with Cadogan and see what happens. Good luck, have fun to Matt. Let's hope my commentary hasn't gotten too rusty. Can you please focus, please? I'm begging you to focus. I'm begging you to focus on the thing. Thank you. Leads with Lil Ozzy, which is... He leads straight up with Lanoon. He just straight up leads with it. Alright, so... Obviously this thing threatens him very severely, so I'm just going to click knock off. I don't expect to see him stay in here. He's going to knock off as well, which is fine. He gets a good amount of damage off, actually. I should just close combat it. But we get rid of... Choice Band. Oh, that's why that did so much damage. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, this is a problem. That did way too much damage. Just gonna pick Iron Head. I don't know if he lets this thing go down this early, so at least Iron Head I think gives me a good chip on everything. He just goes for another knockoff. Jesus. He's just like, alright, he does not care. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that he doesn't care about this Mon, because, like, a Mon, for me, that is super important to this matchup, has now taken way more damage than it ever should have. But, like, at the same time, the problem for me is I didn't really have anything that wants to come in on a banded knockoff, aside from maybe Togekiss. But, like, I also can't afford to lose my Berry, so... It is what it is. God, this little Gene Simmons lookalike monster thing has just ripped me apart. But all right, we get a kill. We get a kill for Escavalier. That's okay. Escavalier's off to a good start. That's fine. Not the best start, but it's a start. Yikes. Having those like moments of regret where I didn't click close combat turn 1 and just outcode that thing. Now, with all this damage on me, I overthought a Galar Lanoon, and here we are with one of my best checks to cure him, just kind of sitting at, like, 10, and he goes right out of this thing. Okay, I think, genuinely, to keep this thing from being a problem, I have to just go straight for the knockoff. I know it's not the best play in the world, but yeah, I knew he was probably going to go for a Swords Dance here, so I had to at least mitigate potential item issues. Let's get rid of whatever you're holding. Akaberry. Beautiful. Beautiful turn. Alright, now I think I just kind of have to just click close combat and let this thing go down. He misses the dual wing beat. That's rough, dude. You know, dual wing beat is the new focus miss. I swear to God. I swear on everything that thing is a focus miss. 90% accuracy? BS. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. That's crap. Whoever said that dual wing beat is 90% accurate is the same person who said that Scald only burns 30% of the time. That is a blatant lie. That is a blatant lie. Alright, so we do lose that here. I am just going to go into Volcanion, because I can actually just kind of scare this thing out. Like, no shot you see Volcanion coming here that you stay in with your Scizor when I have Togekiss in the back. There's no shot. So I'm just going to click Steam Eruption. Nothing really wants to come in here. And, like, I am naturally faster. He just goes for the Bullet Punch for the chip. Okay. So he just sacks off his Scizor. That's perfectly fine. I have zero qualms with you sacking your Scizor to me. Give me that Scizor, sir. Melted Steel Bug to death. That works for me. That perfectly works for me. I have no qualms. I'm surprised he didn't keep that around. Makes my Babiri Berry useless, which kind of sucks. It's a mild problem. But I think he goes into Nidoking here. I think Nidoking is the play. And that's what I'm expecting to see happen. Also, this is my first time seeing Volcanion in-game on Sword and Shield, which is super hype, because Volcanion is like one of my favorite Pokemon of the past few generations. I love Volcanion so much. It became one of my favorite mythicals to use in draft. Fun fact, I think I was actually one of the first people to use it in a draft league. We had it available. I am afraid, so I'm clicking Will-O-Wisp. Yes, I'm glad I clicked Will-O-Wisp. Please don't be Lumberry. Please do not be Lumberry. Please do not be Lumberry. Please do not be Lumberry. Please actually hit the Will-O-Wisp, dude. Thank you! Please don't be Lum. 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 Please do not be Lum. Thank you. Thank you for not being Lum. I'm gonna click Haze now. Just clicking Haze. He goes for Stone Edge. Interesting. He does not pack in the Fusion Bolt. That hurt a lot. That hurt way too much. That is a burned hit. Even if it's +1, that's burned. That is a burned Kyurem. Please proceed to chill. just a wee bit of chill, friend. Do I preserve Volcanion? I'm pretty low. I don't really think any benefit to that. I'm just gonna click Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave, get some damage off on this thing. He's gonna hit me with Stone Edge unless he crits me. That shouldn't kill? Yeah, okay. Get some chip damage on top of the burn damage. Getting weakened, which I do appreciate. Do love weakening this thing. And I will let... He goes for Icicle Spear. This actually doesn't kill. There's no shot that kills me. He can get 5 hits and that's not killing me. That's wild. I just get more chip damage. That's crazy. That works so well. 4 times resisted Icicle Spear. I think he probably predicted me to switch, which is probably a fair play. Because, you know, this thing potentially could be useful against the Finny, but I'm just like... I feel like I can deal with Finny. And he just lands a Stone Edge. Okay. This man just landed Stone Edges. Really? Who lands Stone Edge? I just don't understand that. He is... Slackberry. Oh, interesting. Alright, but based upon what he has... Let me just go over it again in my head. He lost the Scizor. He lost the Galarian Lanoon. This thing's weak. And he just has the Finny, the Nidoking, and the Brain Dying. He is the Finny, the Nidoking, and... what left? Do I care? Yeah, I'm just going into my Luxray. I'm just gonna set up an Agility. He has what left? Scrappy, that's fine. Speed. We are speed. He keeps laying at every stone edge. Stop it. Stop this nonsense. Fast line. Run. One must always fear the Nemean lion. Right, I'm gonna get my terrain up first. I think I'm gonna get the electric terrain up first. I'm just killing with the max lightning. Let's get him out of here. Get big, boy. Get big, Lux Ray. I love watching. I hate Dynamax as a mechanic as a whole, realistically, because it can be super duper annoying to deal with. But it's just so cool. Look at how cool that is. Kyurem Black is a beast, and I just said, hey, my little cat's about to, like, dwarf you. Just made Kyurem Black look like it was a child. It's absurd. I love it. Alright, so we are big, we are burned, and we are at +2 speed. Love that. We are deadly. We are messing people up right now. I'm hoping that he goes Nidoking, not knowing that I have the Psychic Fangs. Just as like a small hope in the back of my brain space. Because, like, it could happen. That would be, like, ideal. But I do fully expect the Scrafty to come in here. I've maxed. I'm sure he's going to max in response. That is 110% Scrafty, yep. It is not Intimidate, so we don't have to deal with that. I'm just going to max Lightning again, because I have no reason not to. In terrain, if he's max HP, this should still do half. And obviously I do outspeed him. He doesn't have Intimidate, so I'm not weakened down. He shouldn't be able to kill me. And I don't know off the top of my head if he gets anything for speed boosting. I think we should be able to 2KO this thing. He just max guards, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly acceptable. I will still go ahead and just max lightning this thing. I will only be able to do... That did over half, so that's not bad at all. That is acceptable damage. What's good about this is... Wild Charge does a lot. Wild Charge does a good chunk to him. Still, which is nice. Now, he's getting the attack boost, but, like, doesn't matter. In the broad scheme of things, doesn't matter. I think I just Wild Charge regardless. I don't think I'd think about this much. A crit actually would kill him. I have the tools that I need still to be able to beat the rest of what he has, so... Oh! So close! No! Max Hailstorm, okay. I was so close! I'll actually put in work, though. If he didn't have Max Guard, like... It would have 1v1 the Scrafty, and then still probably would have been able to finish off his team, so... I'm not even mad about it, like... He's got the Moxie, okay. Do I think that he's Scarfed? I don't think he's Scarfed. Oh, is he gonna die to his own hail? Oh, that would have been so funny. That would have been so funny. I'm just gonna go into... Mienshao for safety. Mienshao is for safety purposes. So I'm just gonna go into Mienshao and just U-turn. I mean, I'm glad that I was able to waste all of his max turns as well, which is nice. I'm just gonna U-turn out, kill the Scrafty, and be done with it. Nothing, just U-turn. Just U-turn. Just gonna get rid of that thing. Not bothering with any nonsense. Thank you. Goodbye. And you can focus again, thank you. Does Togekiss take a hit from... like a life orb Nidoking? I don't think it does. I genuinely don't think that it does. It doesn't. Ooh, this is bad. So I have to go Giratina here. Yeah, I have to go Giratina here. Because it forces him to not be able to bring in the Nidoking. Yeah, it forces him to not be able to bring Nidoking in, which I think is crucial right now. Well, Nidoking's actually Ice Beam me, but what's Ice Beam doing? I 2-hit KO him with Shadow Ball. And I outspeed him, so... yeah, he does go out into the Tapu Fini, which makes complete sense. I think I just T-Bolt this thing to scout. I don't know what he's going to do back to me. I think I just T-Bolt this thing. I'm going to T-Bolt. See how much damage this does. Should be about 44 to 53. Ooh, beauty. Love that. I actually should be able to beat this thing down, realistically. He's going to show... actually, doesn't matter if he shows lefties. Yeah. So the hail is mitigating them. So I think I just T-Bolt again. I don't really lose anything by doing that. Like, Giratina is going to take some damage, but... getting a big hit. Moonblast, that's going to hurt? A lot. Whoa! Okay, I didn't expect that to actually kill me? Sir? Is that max special attack? What in tarnation? Unless he's modest, which he could be. That's like a really crappy roll for me to get. Yikes. Okay, well, I can go into Togekiss perfectly fine right now. Without any issues whatsoever. And just click Air Slash. Finish him off with the Air Slash. That should kill. Really? He lived on like 5. What? You've got to be kidding me. And of course the hail ends on the turn he lives on 1. That's so cute. That's so cute. That was literally like 1. That literally had to be 1. Holy crap. Alright, I'm gonna Gleam. I'm just gonna Gleam. Could probably Roost there. I'm just gonna Gleam. That doesn't miss, and it'll kill this thing. Jesus Christ. This might be an L. This might have to be an L. This might indeed be an L, unless he's like not able to one-shot my Mienshao, which he probably can. Mienshao's not. Yeah, he one-shots Mienshao if he's Life Orb. So I just have to hope that he's not Life Orb. He goes for Ice Beam. That's gonna kill me, of course. Unfort. What could have done differently? I mean, obviously, he had the max guard, which was smart. Waste my max turn. That was very good on his part. What could I have done differently here? Definitely should not have gone for the second T-Bolt. That was stupid. That was really dumb. That was really dumb. I definitely should have just gone Togekiss at that point and just, like, tried to flinch it down to the point where either Shadow Sneak could kill it, or, like, to the point where Thunderbolt could kill at +1. Definitely should have done that. Yeah, I can't beat this thing because I don't have any moves on this to beat it, so I'm just going to knock it off. Get as much damage as I can. He is indeed Life Orb. He goes to the Sludge Bomb, which is slightly weaker than Wave, so I should live it. But I need an Ultra Super Mega Supremo crit. So
So if you can get that, man, shall be great. Yeah. GG's, Matt. I don't know what I could have done differently there. I have no clue what I could have done differently on that one, honestly. Yeah, aside, no, wasting Giratina there was dumb. Wasting Giratina there was big, big dumb. Huge, huge dumb. That was like... Yeah, that was... It was a roll. If he's modest, it's a 50-50 roll. If he's not modest, then... Oof. It does like 88 to like... Actually, no, it wasn't rolling. Actually, no, he always killed. Never mind. Never mind. I forgot about the hail chip. Duh. I forgot about the hail chip on me. That is, that's unfortunate. It's indeed unfortunate. Oh well, not the best start to the season, but, for a matchup that I personally felt was like an auto L on paper, especially against like Kyurem and stuff, I'm really glad that we were able to pull it down to a 1-0, so I can't even be mad. I'm not even mad. It is what it is. So, yeah, GG's to Matt once again. Really, really great game. It was a really, really fun one. So, and, yeah, I'll hit you up next week with our next match up. We are against... Let me actually look up who we're facing. We are against the Birmingham Buzzwalls. We have a we're facing Kyogre. We're facing Rain. Kyogre Rain. It must feel nice to go 0-2 at the beginning of a new season. See you guys then. Peace.